Okay guys, quick video here on Bloodflow maxing and some things that, I swear 99% of you watching this, you're not doing all of these. There's some really important hacks in this video. Extremely important if you've got, if you struggle to get hard, let's say. This will indirectly improve your heart health and your testosterone, your vascularity, your pumps, things like that as well. But firstly, you've got to understand, like, there's a bunch of things you can do that are going to constrict your blood vessels. So you've got to stop constricting them first, and then you get to the more advanced things, the more specific things down there, let's say. So yeah, I'll jump into it. The biggest cause of constriction, the biggest ones are things like stress, overdoing the caffeine, stress and or not getting enough sleep, overdoing the caffeine, overdoing nicotine, and then what's the other one? Being obese, being massively overweight, too much body fat will do the same thing. So you've got to eliminate those four things, or the ones that apply to you, the ones that you're doing, and then you can move on to the other stuff. Things like two of the most important full body blood flow hacks are going to be cardio daily and improving your potassium to sodium balance or ratio. Most people have too much sodium and not enough potassium, and so you can either cut the hell back out of your sodium or ramp up the potassium, or a little bit of both. You want to get the right balance. You don't want your blood pressure to go too low, but improving that ratio is what's going to get the heart pumping blood more effectively throughout the entire body. Combine that with cardio, and now you have a really strong foundation for everything to be working properly. You can, it's crazy to me, and this is getting more and more common. Dudes in their 30s popping Cialis and Viagra pills, and their foundations are built on sand. You can't have this. It's not going to work. These pills, they're extremely temporary, and then you're reliant on them, and it's a recipe for disaster. And then you've got low testosterone on top of that. Man. So you've got to attack these fundamental things first. And then after potassium, whatever, all of these aphrodisiacs, all these blood flow enhancers, whether it's red grapes, watermelon, beets, all these foods have potassium in them, and then maybe nitrates on top. And so this is why they work, and you can then start adding these foods in. And then, and also things like black ginger, black raw garlic, things like that are very useful aphrodisiacs. And then things like gelking become much more powerful, because now you've got the foundation, your heart is working properly. There's no point gelking if you've got a heart that's not pumping blood effectively. Well, there is point gelking, like you'll still grow, but it's not going to do as much for ED, let's say. Starts with the heart, then you can move on to the other organs. And so gelking will make more of a difference then. Gelking 4 days a week, taking some days off to recover. But that's how I would approach it for blood flow maxing. Cardio is the one people like to skip, but I would not skip it. Cardio is extremely important. Getting the body fat percentage down for most guys is important. It depends on your starting point. If you're 17% body fat, it's not quite as urgent as a guy that's 33% body fat. But that's how I'd approach it, guys. If you want a free guides below on, I think it's 8 secrets to 8 inches, the girth maxing guide, and also a couple of technique related ones. They're all free, linked below, check them out. They're all yours for free.